All right, let's be real for a second. AI can be, well, it can be incredibly frustrating, right? One minute it feels like you're talking to a genius. The next it's spitting out a bunch of useless, messy junk. If you've ever felt that pain, and I'm guessing you have, then you are in exactly the right place. Because today we're going to take that frustration and flip it. We're going to turn that unpredictable gadget into a seriously reliable, powerhouse asset for your business. Getting this right is, well, it's everything. It's what separates the teams who are constantly fighting with their AI from the ones who are using it to create real, measurable value. This is, and I mean this literally, the difference between struggling and thriving in an AI-driven world. So let's make sure you end up on the thriving side of that line. So, here's the problem in a nutshell. You ask an AI for a summary, and boom, you get a masterpiece. Perfect. You ask it again, maybe change one tiny thing, and you get something completely different. That's annoying, for sure. But the real nightmare? That starts when you try to get that AI to talk to your other business systems. See, those systems, they need clean, predictable data. They're expecting a perfectly formatted JSON file or some clean XML. When your AI just hands them a giant, messy wall of text instead, everything just grinds to a halt. And this isn't some minor technical glitch. No, this is a major business bottleneck. It's the kind of thing that just kills innovation dead in its tracks. To really bring this home, I want to share a story. It's a story I've seen play out way too many times in my career. It's a classic tale, really, about great intentions meeting a, let's say, less than great strategy. Okay, so picture this. You've got a team of absolutely brilliant engineers. For 6 solid weeks, they are pouring their hearts and souls into building what they believe is the perfect AI solution. They've checked all the technical boxes. Launch day finally arrives, and crickets. The results are totally underwhelming. And you know why? Because they built something cool, but they didn't build it for the people who had to use it. So they did something kind of radical. They actually went and talked to the end users. And guess what? After just 2 weeks of building what people actually needed, they launched again. This time, it was a total home run. So what's the big lesson here? It's so simple, but so many people miss it. You have to start with the problem you're solving and who you're solving it for, not the technology. That team burned 6 weeks of time, money, and energy because they forgot that one fundamental step. It's a tough lesson, but you don't have to learn it the hard way. So if that's the problem, what's the solution? Well, there's a real discipline for this, and it's called structured output engineering. This isn't a buzzword, it's the strategic fix we've been building up to. Look, this all comes down to one word: discipline. It's about engineering a system that forces the AI to give you exactly what you need every single time. Think of it like this. Without this kind of discipline, you're basically asking the AI to scribble some brilliant ideas on the back of a napkin. The ideas might be great, but it's still a mess, right? With structured output engineering, you're not giving it a napkin. You're handing it a perfectly designed, multi-part form and saying, fill this out. Every field, no exceptions. That's the kind of control that lets you build truly reliable systems. So how do you actually do this? It's not magic, I promise. It's a solid framework. There are 3 core concepts that will guide you out of the AI chaos and into a world of predictable, reliable results. Let's break them down. First up, strategy and planning. Now, I know this sounds obvious, but you would be shocked at how many teams just dive right in. This is about asking the tough questions first. What are we really trying to accomplish? What does a win actually look like? If you get this part right, every bit of work you do from here on out is pushing you toward a real business victory, not just a flashy tech demo. Next, we have implementation and execution. A brilliant strategy is totally useless if it just lives in a PowerPoint deck. This is where the rubber meets the road. It's time to roll up your sleeves, get your teams on the same page, and maintain a relentless focus on quality. This is how a plan on paper becomes a real, working, reliable system that people can depend on. And finally, part 3, measurement and optimization. How do you actually know if you're winning? Simple. You keep score. You have to define your key performance indicators, your KPIs, right from the very beginning. And this isn't just about justifying the project to your boss. It's about learning. The data you gather is what allows you to make smart tweaks and continuously improve your system over time. So, let's put it all together in a simple, actionable plan. It really boils down to these 4 things. 1. Always start with strategy. 2. Become obsessed with delivering value. If you can't measure the impact, you probably shouldn't be doing it. 3. Build capability inside your team. That means investing in their skills and giving them the right tools and processes. And 4, stay flexible. The AI world moves incredibly fast. You've got to be ready to adapt. Okay, that's enough theory. Let's talk about what this actually looks like in the real world. What's the tangible day-to-day difference this framework makes for a team? This right here is the before and after picture we're aiming for. You go from the snail's pace of manual reviews, where every big decision is based on a gut feeling, to a total rocket ship of AI-assisted work. Suddenly, your professional judgment is supercharged with data. Your decisions, they're backed up by cold, hard evidence. And those mind-numbing reports that used to take days to pull together? Yeah, you're knocking those out in a matter of hours. And I need to be absolutely crystal clear on this point. This is not about replacing you or your team. Not at all. It is about amplifying you. It's about automating the tedious, repetitive junk so that you can focus your incredible human brain power on the hard stuff, the complex judgments, the creative problem solving, the strategic thinking that, frankly, only a human can do. This is about doing better work, not less of it. Okay, we've gone through a lot. Let's boil it all down to the absolute must-know points. These are the key takeaways you need to remember as you start putting this into practice. So if you forget everything else, just remember these 5 things. 1. Structured output engineering isn't a nice to have, it's essential for AI success. 2. You need that clear strategy, but you also need the discipline to execute it well. 3. Success has to be measurable. If you can't measure it, you can't improve it. 4. Invest in your people. They are what make this all sustainable. And finally, 5. Always be ready to adapt based on what you learn. That's it. That's the playbook. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question, a challenge really. We've established that this is all about amplifying your work, not replacing it. So my question to you is, what will you amplify first? What part of your job or your team's workflow is ready for that AI-powered rocket boost? That's the conversation I want you to start having today.